Memes. Meme coins are very controversial, as we know, but I'm going to talk about a few today that I think will do really, really well. And the reason why, I was speaking to All Will Retire as well, and they were saying that it's not necessarily a meme coin; it's actually a culture coin, and there's some kind of links to that, and I'll speak to that in just a second. Firstly, as well, I want to say a massive Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there, all the mums, and also, if people's mums are no longer with us, then I hope that the day isn't too bad for you and you get through as best you can. I know it's a difficult time for people who haven't got their mums still with them, particularly, mums mean a lot to everyone. I know that. So happy Mother's Day to everyone, and also anyone who's no longer with us. Happy Mother's Day. So we're going to talk a little bit about the crypto market at the minute. Things aren't going great. As you can see, it's still kind of going down. Bitcoin's at $82,200. Ethereum again has dropped under $1,800 now, so isn't looking great. I think Solana's around about $124. There is a little bit of bullish sentiment coming out of Japan, which we'll look at. So Japan's Financial Services Agency plans to update the law to classify crypto as a financial product. It also aims to ban insider trading of crypto based on secret information. The bill is set for Congress in 2026. I don't think you can ban insider information, insider trading, and it'll always exist. It exists now in the stock market, and I'm pretty sure that's illegal too, but it still happens, right? So I wouldn't read too much into that. There was this from Ash Crypto. He said, "For once in your fucking life, just sit down and think. If Bitcoin top is in, then why the fuck are Sailor, Fidelity, BlackRock, and many publicly listed companies still buying billions worth of Bitcoin? Because they want you to think the top is in, so you panic sell your coins to them." Now, I've spoken about this before as well in terms of we as retail. I consider us retail to a certain extent. We have fears. We have problems, bills, and life happening. A lot of these major rich corporations that don't have the same thing, so they can outlast us, they can outweigh us, they can do all these kind of things and scare us enough to start selling bags and things like that. So obviously not financial advice, but if you have bags, then keeping hold of them might be a good idea. So this was interesting. This is from Maddox treble 4 zeros. And again, I want to talk about cult meme coins, things that have that kind of culture behind it, things that have the virability, and also the fact that you feel like you belong to a project, right? So things like SPX 6900, things like Giga Chad, and a few others that we'll mention. Humans are very tribal. The instincts, the psychology behind things are very tribal. So it's like people's football teams. They really dig down and go, right, this is mine, and they'll fight other people who have a different opinion, right? So it's never. It sometimes is unhealthy, but also human beings want to belong as part of a culture, as part of a group of individuals, and feel like they're accepted within that. And it's something that will really help meme coins far surpass a lot of other projects within crypto spaces, because people are looking for their way out of their current realities, their paradigms, their lives. And to do that, sometimes it does take a group of people to come together, and they share ideas, and the collective sort of hive mind can really help, and can make certain projects do really, really well. Obviously, it can have the opposite effect too. You can have bad projects that get a reasonable cult community, but then the downside to that is that they're kind of just there to try and maybe make a few quid, but sometimes they don't get to do that. So it says here that if you hold SPX 6900 and Giga, your job is to onboard friends daily, bull post at least once a day, and DCA whenever you can. Your every action has a huge impact, and I think that's true. The smallest of actions can create the biggest of ripples in the meme pond. So I saw this graphic. I thought it was really interesting. So you've got Giga Chad. I think it was like a Russian guy originally, the face of this Giga Chad, and it was interesting. So he's all about fitness, health, stoicism, common sense, and divine masculinity. Now this is like a Venn diagram. You've got like your HODL, your DCA, stop trading, organic. Organic's really key as well. I think when things grow organically and there's not necessarily like a one shilling KOL or influencer, things like that behind it, then it gives it better credence and more likely to not be dumping all the time. Ambitious, cults and movements, which is what we've just been speaking about. Diamond hands. Now, a lot of the time, when you're within that that cult aspect, you don't tend to want to sell. You tend to accumulate or hold, because you don't want to miss that big inevitable parabolic pump. Anti-KOL. Now, I mean, like, you can consider me what you want. I'm just a guy trying to share my crypto journey with you guys and speak about things around crypto. Decentralized, obviously really important. Spiritually pure, that's always very nice. Sometimes it's not always able to be, because like the questionable ethics within crypto. Distributed and unique. So you've got SPX 6900, believe in something. Well, belief is huge in life, not just in crypto. If you believe a goal or a target, then you tend to hit it. It's when you've got wavering beliefs, and they can be easily manipulated either way, that things kind of get a little bit worse. So their ambition is obviously to flip the stock market. Whether it'll happen this bull run, I mean, it's going to be ridiculously difficult to do. There is no chart. There actually is a chart, but the belief is there's no chart. Let's just focus. The job's not finished with divine femininity. Femininity. I can't even fucking say it. Mana. Then there's a good video here that Murad put on. Now, I know Murad's very polarizing as well, but he said he believes that Giga will become the number one coin on Solana in 2025. You are much more likely to hit a 50x on a $500 million coin than a 500k coin. You need to join communities where almost everyone is diamond-handed holder, hustling and contributing. Very, very few communities are like this, and I kind of agree. A lot of other communities, they appear, they have a little run and they disappear, and it isn't good. The videos here, you can, if you go on Murad's post, you'll be able to watch this video. I was going to include it in the video, but I think maybe the music might be slightly copyrighted, so it wouldn't be worth doing. Giga, I think this is like the website for it. It's Giga Fitness, so it's all about, like, you can buy official products and things like that. But it doesn't seem to have its own like singular meme website. Now, I could be wrong on that. If I am, let me know, and I'll try and showcase the other website. So at the minute, you can see it did similar to what SPX 6900 did. It's gone for a massive parabolic run. It's come down. Most things are down at the minute. We kind of accept that. We kind of know what we are. The market cap at $152 million. I mean, to me, that seems that even to get back to all-time high, you're going to make a few quid. You make a few dollars, make a few bucks, whatever you want to say. And I generally believe that these kind of coins are going to do the best. But also there's a few low cap ones that you could really dig into as well. But if you position yourself with some of these bigger ones and you know that there's a community behind it, you feel safer. But there's no safe plays, but you feel safer with certain memes than maybe others. There is a female version of this, which is Giga Chadette. So that's got 2,136 followers on X. It's not as big or powerful. In fact, I better probably give them a follow, to be fair. It hasn't got the same impact as Giga Chad has, but it has potential to. If it's onboarding more female or female-based crypto people, then there's a way in there. The website here is more based around the meme, which is good. You can have a flick through this yourselves if you want, but like Giga Chad is the female counterpart of the Giga Chad. Giga Chadette, sorry. Embodying the qualities of an alpha female. The long-standing Giga Chadette meme is originally based on Krista Sudmills, a fitness photographer and a creator of the Giga Chad phenomenon. Krista was behind the photo shoot of her own images, and the creation of the digitally altered Giga Chad male model featured a perfect physique known as Ernest Kamilov. Is it Kamilov? Kalimov. The original photos were shared on her Instagram in early 2020, with the earliest memes appearing on Reddit in 2021. So it's memeable stuff. And like I said, this had a pump, and then it's gone really low, 151k market cap. So again, you would allocate less to this than you would to Giga Chad, because you want to try and position your risk based around kind of market cap. And for me, though, a 10x is 1.5 million. Could it do that? Probably really easily when things start kicking off, particularly in the meme sector, right? Then we've got When He. So When He Still. Now this, I reached out to the person who created this. It's this girl here. I think she's just there. This has gone like really viral. The price hasn't, but what it's doing is ridiculously good. It's had like Netflix, Burger King, McDonald's. Everyone has memed this. So I feel as though there's big potential in this. So I reached out via a DM on Twitter to say, look, if you want to come and speak about this, because she was saying that she's not got a lot of experience in this video. She's not got a lot of experience in crypto. She's she was like enlisting help essentially from different places and seeing how things could go. It was launched on Pump Fun as kind of like a. I don't think there was any seriousness behind it, but I think it's captured a lot of imagination, and it's something that I said if she wants to come onto the channel and talk about, she's more than welcome to. So I reached out. If you guys want me to speak to her and have a chat about this, reach out to yourselves. Tell because I mean, some people I get a lot of DMs, and you think, oh, they're probably scams. So she might think it's a scam. I don't know from my DM, but have a get in touch with if you want. I'm more than happy to welcome her on, and we'll have a good chat about it and where she sees it going. But if you look through, so a lot of things, it's all about like when he still hasn't asked you to be his beer for National Beer Day, things like that. There's a lot of funniness behind, a lot of viral memes. There's been, like I said, Netflix, Burger King. Netflix did like 4 variants, I think. But if you go down, there's a really interesting video that you should probably watch. There's Dr. Pepper getting involved too. It's part 2 of a video it's here. So when he and then does a day 17 update, if you watch this, she actually goes through as many of the viral internet ads that she's found that have used this particular meme. So I think it's interesting, and I think that means it's got a lot of legs, because if you can get this before it starts going parabolic, the more businesses start sharing it, it could be interesting. So the price at the minute isn't great. It's at a $307,000 market cap, and it's come consistently down. But what isn't? Everything's coming consistently down. So sometimes it's positioning yourselves into certain memes that you think might do well. You're buying kind of potential, and I think this has got potential. Again, it's no financial advice. I don't hold any of this. I don't hold any Giga. I don't hold any SPX. Feel free to send me some. I'm always open to some free crypto, and I'll hold these, but I don't hold them currently. So just for full, kind of transparency, the website isn't a website; it's a TikTok page. Maddie McBride is the creator behind it. But what I did find interesting is some of these videos: 5.9 million views, 3.4 million views, 1.9 million views, and these are based around this meme that has launched this cryptocurrency. And I think that this has got massive potential in my opinion. SPX 6900. So this is one that I still think is going to do ridiculously well. I think there's a big cult following behind this. I'm just going to quickly read its manifesto, because it brings in what we were talking about. It brings in a lot of people are disillusioned in life, and everyone's looking for kind of a way out and something to believe in, essentially. So the manifesto was: you were born into a world where buying a house means taking on a mortgage in the hundreds of thousands, a world where social security is more a myth than a safety net, despite having it deducted from every paycheck. You've entered an investment landscape where the stock market has already celebrated its most significant gains, leaving you to wonder what's left for you. You're navigating a reality shaped by the aftermath of 9/11, a crippling 2008 recession, an unprecedented global pandemic, runaway inflation, and escalating violence. You were born into a different America. I think a different world, to be fair. One that's been favoured forever or altered by economic and social factors largely beyond your control. A new world that demands new solutions. SPS 6900 is the reset. SPX 6900 is the canvas on which the new financial dreams are painted. It's a tapestry woven with the threads of human hope. It's the S&P 500 with the 6,400 more. It's the stock market for the people. SPX 6900 sows the seeds for a forest of tomorrows. SPX 6900 nourishes the souls and bodies of millions. SPX 6900 is for you, your children, and countless generations after. So it's a very good manifesto. It's interesting, and I hope that it does really well for all the holders. I know a lot of people in there, are working tirelessly on that. I think it's great. I know they're saying there's not a chart, but that there is. And again, it did nothing for ages and it absolutely ballooned. And I think they'll do it again. It's under a $500 million market cap. It's come close to a $400 million market cap. And I think there's loads of potential in this to go well into the multiple billions, personally. Also, all will retire. Again, they were talking about how it's a culture. It's a culture coin over necessarily a meme coin. I think if you integrate the two, it's nice. So all retire, I think, is a classic example of this. Their community are constantly trying to do things. They're very active in their Twitters and Telegrams and things like that. And like I said, I'm going to do a sign. I've been doing night shifts, so I am exhausted, but I will be doing a sign to hold up to add to this particular movement. Again, I don't hold any, but feel free to do your own research on all these and see what you think. I think it's really good. They are really, really active, and I think that's the most interesting thing. If you look here, It's under $1 million market cap now, so it might be a good time to be getting in. But again, that's entirely up to you. It's not listed on the exchanges yet, so it would have to be done on DEXs. But that can sometimes be, a real catalyst if you get in now and then a centralized exchange takes it. You see the pumps, and it does make a massive difference. But again, obviously, feel free to do your own research. One of my favorites, and probably if not the favorite for me, is We Love Arse, or We Love AS. I've been speaking to, obviously, Lindsay, who is the main proponent behind We Love Arse, who's working constantly in the background. Released a new song today, I believe, as well. And we'll be speaking to her on the channel in the next couple of days, I would imagine. Always interesting to hear all the new bits and pieces and where they're trying to go within the crypto sphere. And I really like what they're doing. Again, they're very, very active on Twitter. They're always trying on their timelines, their Telegram. Everything's always really, really active and bullish, which is good. The price isn't following that at the minute. So over the last 7 days, we did have some pumps. It did go over to that, over the $600,000 market. 600 million would be great, but $600,000 market cap at the minute, it's at around about a 450k market cap. There's been a few consistent sell-offs just here. But then again, there is an impatience with crypto, but not only that, crypto is in that downward trend. When these things pump back, if you've got in at near bottoms, and I know it's always impossible to time bottoms, we can't really do that. Same way it's almost impossible to time tops. But if you're getting in with that range and then you're selling within them ranges, you probably can make a lot more money. But it is kind of what it is at the minute. Crypto itself is not looking fantastic. No one's really buoyed by it. But it will come back. It will make mega news. It will do mega things. And I think We Love Arse is definitely primed to do really, really well. And at such a low market cap, a 10x from here, you're looking at like a $4.4 million market cap. 100x is like a $400 million market cap. So TIT's got to, I think, 450. So, there is a potential for 100x there. Superman, one of the probably a more respected crypto YouTuber than I'm ever going to be, said that it's got like an 83x potential and potentially likely more, which I think is interesting. So we'll see what happens, and we hope for the best. But let me know if is there any more culture-based kind of meme coins that you want me to talk about. Let me know. I'm always happy to hear from you guys and find out kind of where the needle lands on certain meme coins. So I'm going to go and have a kip. It's been a long day, a long night. But yeah, there's ways to support the channel. Subscribe if you can, hit the bell, do all the like and comment, do all the good stuff on the YouTube. Ways to support me, there is links to donate crypto in the description. If you wish to do that, there's no pressure. There's no, the most important thing is always going to be your view and your support. Again, I've got an MEXC link as well. If you've not got an account with MEXC, there's a link in the description. It's an affiliate link. So when you sign up, deposit and trade crypto, it does give a kickback to me. And everyone needs an exchange, right? So if you haven't got one and you want to do MEXC, then the option's there, and it does give a kickback to the channel. So wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, have an amazing day, have an amazing evening, and as always, I'll speak to you tomorrow. Take care. Goodbye.